Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. This is my Finish It Friday video for Friday, June 21st, 2024. So if you want to see what I've been working on this week, please stay tuned. I have had a really wonderful week this week in the sewing room. I hope that you are doing well and that you have been able to be creative and try some new things maybe this week. It has been so fun working on a lot of different projects. Right now, most of my focus is on preparing for Vlogmas in July. But in order to do that, I have to have projects going on. So right now, my sewing room is like exploding almost with all of these little things that are going on. So I will take you through a couple of the projects and then I'll show you like what I have so far with what's going on behind me and then some upcoming things. All right, so let's get started with the long arm. One thing that I'm very excited about this week is that I got some progress on this Type It quilt. It is currently on the long arm and I am quilting it as we speak. This has been a really fun project. I was struggling at the beginning with some thread breakage, but I think that was because I was using a polyester thread and it just was not doing what it needed to do. But I switched over to a cotton thread and it really has helped. It is coming together so well. The pattern that I'm using is the alternating Baptist fan. I've used this on a couple projects. I just really love how it looks on the quilt. And you can see the pantograph back there. I'm actually quilting this quilt upside down. You can see the letters are upside down because what turned out to be the bottom of the quilt was actually wider than the top of the quilt. So I started where it was the widest and I'm going down to where it's narrower. And you can see that if I come over to where I started. So this is like, you can see how much is coming out of the side of the quilt top. I'm not really worried about it. I hope that it has a nice shape and it is flattening out. I was worried about the bowing. And when I lay it, when I spread everything out, you can see the bowing, but as it quilts, it flattens out really nicely. So I'm happy about it. It looks really great. I have about this much left to quilt. And it is pretty wrinkly here. I think it's going to be okay. I don't know. I think it's going to be fine though. But it's really cute and I'm super happy with it. Ready to get it off of the long arm. Probably 3 more rounds or 3 rounds and a little piece. And then this will be ready to pull off the long arm. What a great project. I think it's going to be super rewarding to get the binding on it and get it sent down or take it down to my little sister so she can open it. I can see her open it in person. But really cute. Happy with how it turned out, how it's turning out. Let me know in the comments what you think. Another project that I'm really loving right now is making this string quilt. This is a string quilt that I'm making on a paper foundation and I'm using 2.5-inch strips and it's kind of in a rainbow form. And so I'm using like the rainbow colors, and then for the centers of all of these, it is a neutral strip. So it's like beige or white or gray. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see some of these blocks. They are coming together really nicely. And the quilt that I've planned is going to finish at about 48 by about 60. And I'm not sure if that's going to be big enough for my preference. I may want to add a border. I'll decide that later. But this is a completely scrappy project. And it's from my scraps. So I have not purchased anything for this quilt, which is really amazing. I love it when something like that happens. Like I said, it is on a paper backing. The backing is 12.5 inches. So it's a really large block, but it's looking really great. I can't wait to show you some more specifics in the Vlogmas video about this quilt. But it is the 1 o'clock in the morning idea, and I'm super happy with how it's turning out. Ready to see what it looks like with just I have 6 blocks left here in the center. 2 of them are right here on my table there. And then I'll just have 4 more to go. So really cute project. Can't wait to see it finished. A little nervous about taking all that paper off the back, but I think it'll be okay. Wonderful project. I am going to pull together a full preview for Vlogmas for next Tuesday. So you'll get to see more detail about what I'm going to be working on next month in July. If you are new to the channel, every year except for last year, I created a Vlogmas in July playlist. That's where I post at least one video for every day of the month. And it is so much fun to do some different things on the channel. Each day is a little bit different, and I just love being able to share that. I skipped last year, but I want to get back into it this year. I think it's going to be so cool to get back to that schedule. I am currently, let's see, I'll show you the plan, but not up super close, but it's right here on this page, everything that I have planned for the month. I'm not sure exactly how much of it I will get done, but having a plan is like 1/3 of the battle. So I'm really excited about that. And some of the videos I've already kind of filmed, so it's just a matter of editing and getting them uploaded. Very excited to see how this comes together. And again, on Tuesday, that will be the preview. So stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see everything that we have to look forward to in Vlogmas this year. So in addition to the Type It quilt on the long arm, the string quilt that's on the floor there, I have a few more things that I've been thinking about. One thing is these blocks. These are from the Starlight, Star Bright series that we did last summer or a couple summers ago. And these are blocks that I created. They have not been formed into a quilt. My nephew asked for a quilt in the colors red, black, and white. So we're going to use these blocks to create it. And I'm going to feature that as one of my videos for Vlogmas. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it completed in one video, but the goal is to have it finished by his birthday in August. His birthday is kind of at the beginning of August, so I really don't have a lot of time, but I still think that we can do it. What I've done for this quilt right now, I have 9 blocks completed. I've come up with a layout that's really going to work. I've decided to set the blocks on point, and I have like a quick picture here of what it's going to look like. There you go. Well, here's it a little bit longer. All right. And so I want to add, I'll do these blocks. I have to make some more blocks, and then we'll do some sashings and cornerstones and setting triangles to make it a really special quilt for him. This, like I said, is going to be featured in Vlogmas. I'm going to get started on it, hopefully in the next week. So this is definitely one of my projects. I was asked to make a baby quilt. So I'm going to be making a baby quilt this summer. Technically, the string quilt could count as the baby quilt, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to take the Jacob's Ladder block and supersize it to make a baby quilt. And it's going to be a lot of fun. This week, I pulled fabrics for it. And so it's going to be blue, navy blue, yellow, and teal. So I'm really interested to see how it plays, how everything goes together. The pieces are already pulled and cut, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I've been digging a lot in my scraps this week. So the pieces for the string quilt are from scraps. The pieces that I have from this quilt, mostly from scraps. I had to pull from yardage to get some background fabrics, but I found a few things in my scraps that are going to work. And everything from or for the giant Jacob's Ladder quilt is also from my scraps. So really haven't had to purchase anything. And I think that's a part of the fun of it. So I'm excited to see all of these things come together. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be working on for the next week, but I know that these Vlogmas videos are important. So just kind of putting those in order of priority to see what comes out. What else have I been working on? I think that's pretty much it. It covers everything. The main sewing that I've been doing is the quilting on that quilt and making these string blocks. And even though they are not hard, they are tedious. Like there are a lot of steps because the block is so big and all that. But you will see that in an upcoming video. So I can't wait to share that with you. If you have any questions about what you've seen in this video, it feels a little short to me. So I feel like I'm leaving something out, but I'm not going to stress too much about it right now. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have some suggestions about what you would like to see in my Vlogmas, please leave them in the comments as well. Most of these days are full, but I do have a few open days. So there may be a possibility to add a few more things in. All right. So, one more thing. I received a very generous super thanks from Deborah Yillick, I think is how you say her name. Thank you so much, Deborah, for your contribution. It really helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time and for thinking of me. If you have, I already said if you have any questions, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, and thanks again for watching. See you next time. Bye.